Hey guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, this is going to be a true get ready with me. I actually am getting out of my house today. I am feeling pretty strong, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold myself accountable, hold myself to put my feet to the flames. So, I had an idea, and that I really, and I've told you guys probably a million times, the duo multi-chrome of green, purple, brown, that is my absolute all-time favorite look. It's the look that is on my YouTube banner. You could barely see it. At the time I didn't know how to size up or whatever, but it's inspired by that look, what I'm going to come up with. So I've got a little Sydney Grace, I got a little MAC, I have a little Ofra, I have a little Catrice, all kinds of things to help me out today in this particular way I want to do my eye makeup. So, I am going to go off camera, do my brows, set my eyes, and I am going to be going in with a good foundation and there. This is the inspiration that I am going with. I'm going to put some chapstick on my lips while I do everything else, and this is the, let's see, the Jack Skeleton. This one is in the flavor Apple, and my sweet grandson, I think that's what the flavor is. Yeah, apple flavored lip balm. And I think I showed this in what I got for Christmas at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Anyway, he loves chapstick. Loves it. His papa loves chapstick. You know, I get so tickled when I watch Dion from Dion Loves Makeup. I'll leave her channel listed, but I'm fairly certain all of you guys, or a big majority of you guys watching, are subscribed to her. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, her take on things is just, I love it. Absolutely love it. And her commitment to social media, you know, is just legendary. You know, I wish I could build my audience like she has. She's just really, really dedicated. Anyway, she is a lover of chapstick too, so when I see her, it just tickles me. Anyway, so this March will be 20 years that I've been married to my husband, and I've known him longer than that, and he's always chapstick, not any other brand. Chapstick. Has to be chapstick. He's a snob. Anyway, so Zachary, you know, knows it because, you know, he'll Jeff may be putting it on, and then I would hear, "Put some on me, Papa." And so Papa would put some on him. For cream blush, I'm going in with my Dollar General Dollface from Believe Beauty. It comes like this. I have hit pan. I'm almost out of this. This will be a repurchase because it was $4, I think. And whoops. So he got for Christmas that. None of it was, you know, girly looking, because he's in that stage now where it's, you know, oh, it's girly. If he sees something, and Abby is too, you know, I'll hear, I can play with this gaga. It's girl stuff. And I'm like, well, we ain't gonna go there. Toys are toys, you know. if you want to play with the Ninja Turtles, you can. If he wants to play with your Barbie doll house, he can. So, at any rate, and they, for the most part, are very, very, they share really good. I'll give them that. So, but, anyway, Abby got real makeup, Zach got the chapstick. And so, he was over here after he got it, and, he said, Gaga, I said, what, baby? He said, pick you one out. I said, okay. He said, but don't pick one of the pinky ones or Sally, because I'm saving them for Abby. He's such a giving and thoughtful little boy. I just adore my grandchildren and the love that they have for one another. Truly do. My kids sure as crap didn't get along like they do. Well, I'm going to just use this blush brush to set my under eyes. And this was a Marshall's find. The Jacqueline Cosmetics, this setting powder, or brightening powder, or whatever it's called. I thought today was Saturday. It's not. And I tell you why. Zach usually spends the night with us on Friday night and goes home on Sunday. Well, he stayed with his other grandmama Friday night. Or no, he stayed with his aunt. And anyway, I have 2 children, and my daughter's husband's mama had 2 kids. So, you know, the cousins are really, really close on that side. So, anyway, he was over there. And so he came back after he spent the night, and then he came back over here. Of course, you know, when my daughter went to pick him up, his first question is, are you going to take me to Papa's? Are you going to take me to Gaga's? So, we already knew it was coming. I have decided that I am not going to always cut out when I have to take a swallow of drink. Because you know what? This is life. This is real life. I cannot be the only one who has to, you know, clear her throat or drink something as they're filming, especially if you're doing a lot of talking like me. So anyway, you know what? This is life. This is unfiltered. So, this is a nice, icy milk. Protein milk, actually. So, there's that. Now, so we've got the bronzer and we've got the blush. And set the under eyes, set over the eyes. So first, I'm going to open all these palettes that I had brought out to use. I will, because that is, I'm sure. I'm going to take this Catrice Rose palette. This is $6. This is well worth it. In my opinion, I am going to start out with this pinky. It's a very light shade. I might actually mix these two. And I'm going to use my shadow shield. Because I am not going anywhere today. I thought that I would be. because I thought today was Saturday because of my times mixing up. Gave it a little bit of color. Not much, but gave it a little bit of color. I'm thinking of doing an underrated makeup video, because I use a lot and I'm like, I really like that, and I don't hear enough people talk about it. I'm going to go in with the Ofra palette, and this is the Life's a Draft palette with the collaboration with Samantha March. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tones. This is one of my favorite palettes from Ofra. Go over what I put down. I do want the focus of the purple to be above where that oil slick per se is going to be. So, and this brush is doing the trick. I got my TV back in here. I've got my setup. I'm still working on the light situation, but that's, you know, that's trial and error. I'm going to go in with this shade from the Sydney Grace palette, which is in Bugaboo. This was a palette from, or in collaboration with Mel Thompson, who has passed away, and was a phenomenal artist. So she was a phenomenal person, period. I enjoyed watching her videos, and she was tatted up and just really broke that stereotype, you know? A lot of people see tattoos, you know, and think that people with tattoos are just not good moral people. I don't know why, but I mean, every one of my tattoos has, not that I need to explain, but I will. My tattoos all have a meaning. You know, for instance, I have my children's name on my wrist. These were the second tattoos that I'd ever got, and I did that because if I were to ever get dementia and I forget that my children's names, but I know how to read, I know that they will always be with me. That's the reasoning for these tattoos. And I got them here because I was working in a very professional setting. My first tattoo, you can't see, it's right there on my back. It's Roman numerals. And so these were the second tattoo that I got. And being in a professional setting, I was able, you know, to cover them up should I need to, you know, or with a watch. My watch covers it, or, you know, some bracelets over here. I have covered them up a time or two when I was in a different setting. I'm going to go back in this ochre palette because I really want this to be more more purple up here, and I don't think this color is going to do it. Which, again, Sydney Grace. I think this has some purple. Well, it does, but it's more of that, which I may use, but I'm going to start out with this Gimme Glow in this shade, and this shade happens to be Wine OClock. So let's see if I can make this the purple that I want. I think it's going to come off more pink. You know what, we're going to make this one work. Alrighty, I want to blend this out a little bit, and I'm going to use that shade right there in the Sydney Grace palette, and I don't want to take that deepness away, but I want to, you know, kind of go over top of it. Okay, so I've brought out 3 shades, and I'm going to swatch them on this hand. This is a MAC paint pot in the shade Bougee. Now, this is what it looks like in the pot. Stunning. I have 2 of these. Very creamy. You know, we all know what the paint pots are. What was the ochre and painterly. So this is a cream, and that's kind of what it looks like. It's more of a burgundy base, which would really look pretty on this eye. So, and I'm debating whether to put that down and then put this. This is the shade from the Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette, and it is in the shade, I know the name of the shade, but Scarab. And then I pulled out this is a Looxi single shade in Nirvana, and I'm going to swatch it with this finger. This is a single, and it swatches like that. Those two, this is Sydney Grace and this is a single, and to me they look the same. So I think what I'm going to do is actually lay this down and then use one of those other shades on top of it. So let's see. I'm going to go in with that same brush that I had been blending the deeper color with. And it's okay if this transfers up a little bit because these other ones are, so at least it will help it stick. This is such a pretty color on its own. I mean, obviously it's going to go on better with your finger. That's just really, really, really pretty to me. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade, which, let me see. It did pick up on the brush. This one is a little bit more green than the Sydney Grace. So I'm going to take the Sydney Grace and put it over this. And I'm not tapping and getting it. I just literally went boop. Because the brush has still got a little bit of that MAC on it. But I want them to be uniform. And that Sydney Grace shade is very creamy, so it really adheres to it. So I am going to go in with the I gotta see who this is from. I think this is a Terra Moon in the shade Celestial Petal, which looks like this. And I am going to kind of put that actually on the ends instead of in the inner corner. So I'm going to use the same brush. Ooh. Picked up a lot. I'm going to wet it. Probably would be better if I put some more of that Bougee down, but here we are. Showed up a little bit more on this eye than it did this one, I think. So I'm gonna go in with, oh, that's pretty too. Oh, that's one I just used. Such a dum-dum sometimes. This is in the shade, oh God, I can't read it. Super Duper Star from Looxi. That's what that looks like. And I'm going to go over that pink that I just laid down because it's not what I want. I wanted this to be more of a purple and green and brown look. Get a little bit on my finger of both of these shades. To really get them to kind of blend. Yeah, do more of a blend. Still, it's darker than I wanted it to be, but pinker than I wanted it to be. Okay. Take my advice. The first time you think, this is it, this is pretty, put your brushes down. Okay, guys, this is the completed look. This is my oil slick look. I ended up feeling like I was not satisfied with what I had. I was satisfied with this and then the first shade, but then when I tried to do the outer, I couldn't get it just right. I tried blue on a little liner pencil because I wanted to just put some right there. It didn't work out, and I was like, I'm not scrapping this video. This I'm going to defeat. So, Makeup Geek saved the day. Specifically, this shade, which is Insomnia, I do believe, or Aphrodite. I don't know how the names are on the back, and I don't know how they go, but this shade is absolutely beautiful. I have made such a dent in it. I actually have a brand new backup of this palette. I enjoyed it so much, and I know that typically when they collaborate with someone that, and someone especially as at the time up and coming as Manny, then it's gonna sell out pretty quick. So that saved the day. The mascara is by Benefit, and it is the They're Real Magnet. This is not waterproof, but this is some good stuff. That's what the wand looks like. This was so kindly gifted to me by Elnegs. I will have his channel information listed as well. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you are not following him, you really do need to stop what you're doing and go follow him. He is up and coming, and he knows his business. Now, I love his channel. I love to hear everything he has to say. He calls himself my big brother, and I'm his sister, and that's just the way it is. Good people, I'm telling you. He had sent me a beautiful, beautiful friend mail package that I still am in awe of. At any rate, he gifted me this to me amongst other things, but I've really enjoyed this. It does, and I didn't curl my eyelashes. I did not use the little curler, and I don't know if you can really see it from here, but they curled. And this is how I like my lashes. I don't like the spider look, you know, the each strand up, to each his own. This is the kind of mascara that I like. That's, you can tell I have mascara on, but does she not, that type of thing. So loved this. You know, the palettes that I used, all 5 of them to create this look, I'm very happy with. I love all of these palettes. You know, this is a staple. This sits right up here with me. If I have a quick hurry up, gotta go, you know, I will grab something like this. You know, you could use either of these shades as a blush. This is a shimmer. You know, that's a shimmer. It's not a face palette, but you know, we all use makeup in our own way. So, that being said, I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this look. And as always, go check out my friends that I've mentioned in this video. Be beautiful, be kind, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.